This is a segment where we take a look at a board game based on an IP, and I tell you if the IP and the mechanisms match. Today we're looking at Family Ties, the board game.
In addition, you will have 6 cards in your hand. These will be randomized, and you will have 6 cards, and one person in their 6 cards will have the Skippy card. In order to win the game, you have to have 1 card of each family member in your hand. So each card has to be different because there's 6 family members and only 6 cards that can be in your hand. And if you have the Skippy card in your hand, you cannot win because it would take the place of one of the family members. And you must have $100. On a turn, you simply roll the dice and you move that many spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you do whatever spot that you land on. Some of the spots will allow you to take a Say Cheese card, which will be an additional character from the show. If you already have it, or you're already up at 6, and you have to discard a card, I already have an Elise card, so I'll just get rid of one of my cards. It doesn't matter which one. Some of the cards that you'll get will have you move the Skippy around the board. You never want to be the player with Skippy, but keep in mind, somebody at all times will have the Skippy, and thus are in a position to not win the game.
Family Ties, the board game IP works. You're trying to get a photo album for mom, and you want a picture of every person. Those pictures are represented by cards in your hand. That seems like, while not an episode of the show that I remember, it definitely could have been an episode of the show. There's also a Skippy card that's going around, and you don't want that card to be in your hand because Skippy's annoying. If you know the show, you would agree Skippy's not that bad. But in the vernacular of this game, you do not want Skippy in your hand because he's not a member of the family, so why would you want him in the photo album, I guess? The IP and the mechanisms work fine. It's a roll and move, but it has that trading, like Settlers of Catan type trading. I think that works fine. There is some goofiness involved for a mass market game from this time frame, but this game works for me, not just on the IP, but it works for me as a decent little family game, and it's been a winner. IP and the mechanisms do match with the theme that's going on here. Surprised, so am I.